So again, like I was saying, in this Accenture report, which is really great, they surveyed, I believe, over 700 CEOs, and most of the CEOs surveyed believe that technology will help improve worker capabilities, and they're increasing spending on intelligent technologies like artificial intelligence quite significantly, on average by 60% year over year. 32% of US CEOs are now concerned about the availability of key skills as a threat to their business growth. There simply aren't enough people with the skills businesses need, and that challenge is not going to get easier in the short term. However, only 3% of CEOs are significantly increasing their investment in training. So there we have a gap there, if you will, when you look at investment in technology versus investment in training. I really like this quote from the McKinsey Global Institute, which there's a URL there for another great report. Quite frankly, the next 5 years will be more disruptive to corporate learning than the last 50. Workplace automation, the exit of the baby boomers, and the fight for talent and resources will be unlike any we've ever seen. We're in the middle right now of the largest scale job transition since the Industrial Revolution. And currently, only 53% of chief human resource officers are reasonably or highly confident in their organization's ability to prepare for the shifts ahead. Our number one responsibility from an L&D perspective, in my opinion, is to prepare the workforces we support for the future of work today. Our teams will need to continuously keep their skills updated as well. Even more competitive than skills is the mind share around how to best leverage innovation and creativity to build solutions that meet our workforce's needs. So we definitely need more investment in training, and quite frankly, we have a big gap there between what our C-suite folks and our CEOs see as necessary investment and what needs to be invested in people development. If you look at the World Economic Forum has published the 10 skills that they say are required for the future of work. This is our fundamental challenge. How do we prepare our workforces to be able to successfully navigate the digital age as business rapidly evolves? These 10 skills are the necessary ones we should focus on as we upskill or reskill the workforce. If we move too slow in developing these skills in our people, we risk negatively impacting our businesses. But if we move too fast, we risk confusion and chaos among the workforce. So this is definitely a significant challenge for those of us in HR and learning and development. So one thing that we've been working on here at Delta and on my team is what we're calling Reorienting LD. And so this is a call to action for LD. So when you factor in the impact the digital transformation is having on the business, it gets harder and harder to defend L&D's traditional pre-digital age model, if you will, very similar to what Bob was talking about earlier. So in the pre-digital age L&D space, we really focused on just creating more training content. We need to focus on the move away from just more and more content to more algorithm-driven learning personalization, if you will. On average, L&D only spends about 8% of their staff time curating content from existing sources. Instead of constantly creating new content, we need to try and create content strategies that leverage technology to uncover content we already have in our organizations. I can guarantee there's a lot of content in your organization that you could leverage if you had easy access to it. Additionally, we need to focus on designing and developing a learning ecology, if you will, that aligns to the corporate values and how the workforce gets their job done. Learning ecologies and the evidence from them need to be more systematically designed for long-term success. And the learning technology that we implement needs to be reliable, effective, and scalable. We need to reorganize and reskill our teams. We need to take a stronger perspective in organizing our teams and even question where we sit in the corporate structure. to align to the needs of the business as it applies to the changing work models and practices the digital age is bringing us. We need to make sure our teams are focused on the right areas that provide the most impact to the business. We also need to ensure learning teams consist of learning professionals and specialized skill sets. So as we move forward, we need to focus on the people you bring onto your learning team and the people you have on your learning team. Obviously need to be focused on understanding how adults learn and how they can build effective learning products. You probably need new roles on your team around data analytics, AI expertise, user experience, and software engineering. So I just loved this quote that I heard from an industry colleague. Let us recognize that creating resilience, supporting upskilling, and helping people prepare for new modes of work must be our revised L&D value proposition. So I know I maybe took a little more than 5 minutes, but that's my key discussion points today. And again, there's my email address if anyone wants to contact me for further discussion.